Hello,
Hi.
Lisa.
Hi, ladies.
Tell us about you and how you got started. Give us your story.
I went, okay, so I got engaged to my husband, current husband, a long time ago, and I went shopping for a wedding dress just like any typical bride. I went to stores I had no business being in that were way expensive. I could not afford them. They weren't the nicest, and to me, they knew I was not there seriously. Tried on dresses, and I was like, I'm not spending $5,000 on a dress. So I went home, despondent, went home upset, didn't know where to start. I mean, back then there was no Amazon, there was no anything. There wasn't any way to like search for dresses. I didn't know what to do. There were books. You went to the bookstore and you bought magazines.
Right. Yes.
You just didn't know. So I went home, I got onto AOL, that was the only internet we had back then, and started researching dresses, and I found a dress broker that I didn't know existed. This is before Amazon, before Chinese dresses, before replicas. There was none of that. I found a dress broker. I bought 100 dresses from that man with my entire wedding fund.
Oh my gosh.
And my husband goes, "You did what?" And I said, "Just get used to the crazy. Oh, we're marrying it." And I was like, I was stat mad. I was like, I'm going to sell them out of the living room in my house in Los Angeles, and I'm going to pay for the wedding. I'll just pick one. I don't care. That's how mad I was.
Oh my gosh.
And I started selling dresses out of my living room. I was a realtor in LA for a long time. And you got a little extra time. Yeah, you're a realtor. You're home a lot. So I started selling dresses. I really liked it. And then we moved to San Antonio. We had our first child in LA. And then we moved to San Antonio because the real estate market tanked. I was like, we need to go back to Texas where my family is. We have kids. And
right.
Let's go. And he's like, okay. I'm like, okay. Sold the rest of my stock, came here, got pregnant with our second child, premature. 2 pounds, 9 ounces, 26 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah. And the doctor said, no other children, no daycare for 2 years, you're home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? So I had no job, took my real estate license, got my broker's license. I was like, I don't have a natural market. I don't know the streets. I don't know.
That's right.
I can't go anywhere with this baby who's, limited. He can't go anywhere. He's fine now. He's fine. He's 16. But, but, for 2 years, I had to stay home. I said, what am I going to do? So I called Raleigh, who was the broker, and I said, I need you to send me 50 dresses, and I can't afford to pay you. He said, no problem. You're good for it. Because I had bought other things in between.
Oh my.
He sent me 50 dresses.
Angel.
I paid him off.
Mm-hmm.
We played the credit card game. Shuffling here. And I would sell dresses out of the house here in San Antonio. Baby took a nap. I'm like, come now. And I would sell dresses. We got $300-$400, whatever I could get. And I would go pay the light bill in cash because my husband had a commission-only job. And I'm home with an infant and a toddler. You've met Jake.
Yeah.
A toddler who was on fire.
Yeah.
So that lasted 2 years, which was perfect because he was viable at that point. He could go and, we could interact with other people. And then my husband is Jewish. And so my neighbors were a renter and they were Aryan Nation code. They were skinheads. And they called code compliance and had me shut down.
Oh my God.
Best thing that ever happened to me is she sent him a thank you note.
Yeah.
Hate never wins.
Yeah.
So they shut me down. The code compliance lady is patting me on the shoulder going, it's going to be okay, but I will arrest you and your clients. I didn't know this. You can have a business in your house. You cannot have clients to your house.
Okay.
It's illegal. So they were right. They hit. It was a swing and a hit. And I was like, okay. I had a seamstress in this building. She had been here. She already moved out. And her space was empty on the 3rd floor. And it was like 850 square feet on the 3rd floor here. Again, broke. And I said, I need to move in here. I have to be out in 72 hours. I have to move all my stock. And she said, we're going to give you the first 3 months and you're going to pay us back.
Oh my
And they let me move in. I don't even think I have a deposit.
Oh my.
I've been here 16 years.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And so I was on the 3rd floor for 3 or 4 years. Then we moved downstairs. And now we have this store, which is 2,500 square feet. We have another store down the hall, which is another 1,500. And then I have another sale room, which is another 1,000. So I have roughly 5,000 square feet now.
I cannot believe the generosity of people that help.
I guess I have an honest face.
That's incredible.
I mean, I paid them all back. They've all been paid. Everybody, nobody got stiffed. Everybody, there's a lot in business. People will do what they have to, but I always know if you don't pay your bills, you're not going any further. So
And so
we are.
open your space
I opened my space here
and
in a building with no signage.
and you
In
are
an office building.
In an office building.
Right.
It's a crunchy outside. It's a soft middle.
Yeah.
So people walk down that hallway. I hear it all the time. This is how we die. This is how I lose a kidney. I'm like, yeah, jury's still out. You never know.
You have a beautiful space.
Once they get in here,
Yes.
like, oh my God. And they forget that they came into a building and, you know, it's iffy at first.
Space.
But every time they come in, like, oh my God. And they have 1,400 dresses. I have the largest off the rack selection in Texas, probably. Whoever knows, I don't know. But, you know, you had a nice dress at a great price because my overhead is manageable.
Yeah.
I don't have to, I buy differently. I have a good eye for good fabrics and good structure and good laces. And, you know, the people I buy from now are viable, decent businesses.
So you have brokers that you...
I have brokers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you just, you know, from when they send you descriptions or whatever, you can tell.
I can tell in a picture.
Okay.
You just know. It's like
I can tell in a
eye.
picture. I've done this a long time now. So my husband and I have been married, 24 million years?
Yeah.
Forever. So I can just tell. I can tell in a picture. You know, obviously sometimes I'm like, what did I buy? But there's a bride for every dress.
There is.
Mm-hmm. And I buy differently than most stores.
Okay.
What do you mean by that? You buy differently?
I don't buy directly from designers.
Okay.
Let's say I do get designer dresses. All my dresses are designer. I don't buy directly. Like I don't have to buy what's coming off the rack that season.
Right.
So, you know, I just don't buy that way.
Okay.
And then people come in and they kind of give you an idea and then you start pulling. How does
Every
that work?
bride's different. Every bride's different. So sometimes they want us to pull dresses, but I always say the dress in your head rarely goes home on your body. So it doesn't always happen. The dress in your head doesn't go home on your body. And, you know, sizes in bridal are not rooted in reality.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I can eyeball you and tell you what size you wear, but normal clothes are not the same as bridal.
As bridal.
Smaller or bigger?
They're smaller.
Okay.
Well, they're not, but they are.
Mm-hmm.
This has one layer,
Mm-hmm.
maybe two. Bridal dress has 5 to 6 layers. So you have to account for that 1/4 inch. Plus they're just built smaller.
Okay.
And there's a full cage. And there's different fabrics. It's different. It doesn't fit the same.
Okay.
So you think you're this size. I know you're this size.
Okay.
And that's just the way it is. Welcome to Bridal.
And so
Did you get just upset about that?
No, we're not
I'm an
unkind
8,
about
not
it.
10.
I mean, I will point blank tell them what size I am, how much I weigh, how tall I am. There's no secrets.
Okay.
So it's not a big deal. I lived in Hollywood 20 years. I've never seen a perfect body. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
Hollywood is a lie.
Right. Oh, yes.
I've seen those people up close and personal.
Yeah.
So no, you know, people are so, I get a girl on the pedestal and she's so nervous. They're going to look at my arms. They're going to see this. And I'm like, you're only inviting people who love you.
Right.
Stop. And I'm in my 60s and I always wear something that I said, did you notice I have arms? No. No one notices you have arms.
Yeah.
We know you have arms. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
You know what we care about? We care about our own arms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're never looking at another woman going, look at those arms. Pretty bride, but I don't know about those arms. Never.
No.
In a million years. So, you know, they're calmer here. It's not, you're not on display. We don't have a storefront. There's not people judging you. It's much more. It's like coming to your living room, trying on dresses.
So you make an appointment. I know this because 2 of my girls have bought there.
Yes.
So 2 girls bought their Deb dresses. 1 girl bought her symphony belt dress. So I guess I've been here 3 times.
That's right.
And you make an appointment.
Yes.
And then what happens after that?
We do book our appointments now through the website.
Okay.
So we are appointment based now. We used to do walk-ins. We just don't anymore. We just were way too busy. So we do appointments now. You come in, you'll have a consultant who will walk you through the process. Every consultant's a little bit different. They kind of run their own business within my business. I don't hover over them, but they're a salesperson. And they figure out what you're looking for. They can eyeball you too. I've trained them over the years. This is what you're looking for. You know, there's 4 basic shapes. Don't let them tell you there's more. There's 4.
Okay, tell us the 4.
There's an A-line, there's a ball gown, there's a slim fit, and there's a fitted.
Okay. And like this one?
This is an A-line.
A-line, okay.
We are shaped as natural waist A-lines. That's how women are shaped. Bigger the bell, the smaller the handle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bigger the bell, the smaller the handle.
Good to know.
Yes. We're shaped like that, and that's an A-line. But, some girls I want fitted. Okay, let's try it on. If you're 5 feet tall and you want a mermaid, when we hem it, your legs are going to be this tall.
Yeah. I would not look good in a mermaid. No.
It would look great in a drop waist. Maybe not a mermaid because you're tiny.
Okay. And is there an average number of dresses people try on before they find the one?
I'm sure there is. We don't stop you. Okay. I mean, I've got 1,400. We'll keep going.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we'll keep going until we find you a dress. And we go home at 5, turn the lights off, and you leave.
And so people come in, find their dress, and walk out with their dress.
And they take their dress home the same day.
Same day.
Appointments are an hour and a half. Sometimes it's shorter. Sometimes it's longer. If you're here longer, we just kind of drift you over to another pedestal because we've got more brides coming in. Or if we're not that busy, then we'll leave you there. But there's no pressure. There's no rush. It's a big decision. But nowadays it's a practical decision. People come to see me. They have their own money, maybe a little bit older. Maybe they have kids. They have other responsibilities. They want a nice dress. They don't want to pay $5,000, $8,000 for a dress.
For a nice dress.
They're just not that bride.
If I got married at 55, is there a dress that you think probably a 55-year-old would like this versus a 21-year-old bride?
You pick the dress you like.
Okay.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because you're the only one looking at your pictures.
Okay.
She loves you. She's never looking at your pictures again. Where's your wedding album? Right now, ladies. You have no idea, do you?
In the attic.
When's the last time you looked at it?
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Mine's on the coffee table under Dusty. I'm like, I was looking at that. You're looking at your pictures. You pick what you like.
Okay.
Who cares?
You're right.
And we're here to help you pick a style or shape that fits your body best, that flatters you the most. That being said, you don't want A-line. You don't want fluffy. Okay. Who cares?
Yeah.
Pick what you like.
Okay.
You're the only, I promise you're the only one looking at your pictures.
How do people know about you? Is it word of mouth?
That's a very good question. Word of mouth. Like I said, I'm pretty friendly with all the stores in town. So when I get a bride way out timeline, budget's really high, I'll send her to the appropriate store and vice versa. So a lot of the stores in town will send me brides because short timeline, lower budget.
Got it.
And most stores can't accommodate them. They start at, I don't know, 1,500-ish and go up. I don't. I'm 1,500 and down. So I can service those brides in a nice environment with a nice dress.
You said earlier, I don't think we hadn't started officially our talk on the podcast, but you had said you have a harmonious relationship with all the stores and
Pretty much.
And we'll go and help people start a store. You have friends who
I have helped people start their stores. I've answered questions. I had a consultant that worked here. She's now one of my seamstresses on my list. I helped her start her own store. I mean, it's scary. It's scary opening your own store. There's a lot of logistics. There's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of HR. There's a lot of IT problems.
Yeah. We don't know
what you're talking about.
And our microphones today.
I mean, it's a never ending situation.
Yeah.
I come here and I carpet clean on my days off and move things around.
It's being an entrepreneur and business
owner. It's just constant. Yeah. People say, oh, you're only open 12 to 5. Well, I get here between 8 and 9 usually. I'm doing paperwork, and thank God my husband is the CFO. He's a wealth manager, and so he does all the back end stuff.
Okay.
Oh, thank God, or I would be the most successful Porsche.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's there's a lot more that goes into it than just what you see. It takes a lot.
And always in the background, there's always so much.
There's so much. I mean, just buying fixtures and stuff, constantly updating, making sure things are decent and clean and, pulled together. I buy stores that go out of business. I'd say half this furniture comes from other bridal stores that went out of business.
You're kidding. And so when they go out of business,
everything in here is from another store, or I thrifted it, or it's somehow, because it saves money on the bottom line, so I don't have to charge more for my
pass
dresses.
it on.
I pass it on.
Yeah.
I get a good deal, you get a good deal.
Really?
Which, for the record, I also have purchased a dress here.
I think all of you have.
Yes.
I appreciate your business. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, we believe in you. It's just an amazing way to do business, and you offer value that is...
It's a good product at a good price. There is some longevity to that because it is a good product.
Yeah.
If I was selling crap, then it wouldn't have lasted.
What are you seeing? I know you give great practical advice. You already said it. We'll summarize that. But what are you seeing people coming in that they think they want now? Is there certain looks right now? Or I remember when I got married, it was the huge
The waves, the trends.
I mean,
I don't think we follow the trends as much as maybe like a cutting edge store. I mean, we do have trendy dresses, obviously. I don't follow them as much. My biggest concern is good fabric, good structure, great dress.
right.
That's really the fabrics change. I mean, Bridal hasn't branched out in 50 years.
Right.
They use the same laces, the same fabrics, the same designs for the most part. They change a little bit, but not a lot.
Okay.
Because you're a human being. There's only so many shapes a human being. You know, the sleeves change, and little trends change, and little ruffles. But right now, satin's hot, comes and goes.
Okay.
But you anchor in the fundamental
Yes,
of
I
great
look for
quality,
quality.
right?
I look for quality.
And then that's classic.
That's
forever.
really what I
right.
look for.
That's yes.
It's a good. If you don't have a good foundation, it's going to fall down. It's like a house. Gotta have a good foundation.
Yes.
Don't have a good foundation, it's all going to fall down.
We know lots about that.
We do.
Yes.
And we know
Yes.
a lot about bringing value.
Yes.
Like you do. So